Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another record to play for you. Today, record Sinbad the Sailor for 1978. So let's get started.
Magical island of the beautiful witch Circe sailed the mighty ship of Sinbad, the greatest sailor of all time. Whenever his ship would near a seaport, there was always great excitement. The people of the port always wanted to greet and speak to this famed man. But as the ship was pulling into the harbor of this magical island, Circe was looking out of the topmost window in her palace.
Why did Sinbad come here? What is the reason he has come to my island?
There is a messenger from the mighty Sinbad. Shall I bid him enter?
You may. I shall now know what he wants.
You may enter.
Hail to the ruler of the enchanted island.
You bring word from Sinbad?
He wishes to be granted an audience with you.
But why? Why does Sinbad want to see me? Why does he come to my island? Before I allow him into my palace, bring me these answers.
I will. Then all your answers shall be known.
Bring these words to your captain, that I, Circe, ruler of the enchanted island, await his pleasure in my palace. That he alone must come. He alone will be admitted.
I shall do so. I now take leave of you.
The sailor backed out of the throne room and ran down the marble steps and out into the streets. Finally, he was back at the ship.
She said that you will come alone, and that you alone would be admitted.
I shall ride to her castle and tell her why I am here.
Will you be safe?
I shall be careful. She is but a woman.
But she knows magic.
She shall not use it on me. When I return, my mission on this island will be completed.
Sinbad left his ship and mounted a great white stallion. He rode up the mountain to the palace of Circe. As he climbed the mountain, the sky suddenly became dark and covered with great gray clouds, and a heavy fog settled near the ground.
I see the queen has a great evening planned for me.
As he rode further on, the trees changed into creatures and began grabbing at him and his horse.
Be careful, boy. There's a 1,000-foot drop over this side. There, I see the palace. Slow down now. There. We are here.
Sinbad got off his horse and walked to the palace door. Just as he was about to cross the drawbridge, it vanished. Sinbad nearly fell into a moat filled with crocodiles and long green and purple snakes.
She knows why I am here. Let's see if I can jump across this moat. I'll get a running start, and there!
Sinbad flew across the moat as the snakes hissed and the crocodiles snapped at him. He knocked at the palace door, and ever so slowly it began to swing. As he stepped into the castle, he heard the voices.
Welcome, Sinbad. It has been many years since we last met. I want to see you in the room of glass. Follow the fires. They will guide you.
Then, out of nowhere, great torches began to light themselves, guiding a path for Sinbad to follow. Soon he was standing in front of a door that must have been carved from the shells of a million mother-of-pearl.
Circe, ruler of the enchanted island, I greet you.
The door swung open, and there, sitting on a great throne, was the queen.
I have learned why you are here.
I want the diamond of life that you took from the statue of the god in Baghdad.
The diamond is mine now. I shall keep it.
You must return it. I do not want to match forces with you, Circe, but you know I always get what I want.
You cannot battle the forces of my magic. I am more powerful than you. The diamond is mine.
You must have it here in this palace. If you wished, you could have stopped me from coming here.
You want to see the diamond? Look, I wear it in my turban. Gaze at its beauty.
Never had Sinbad seen such a stone. The diamond was so large that its brightness reflected off all the walls in the room of glass.
It's shining in my eyes. It's blinding me.
You will never get the diamond. Look at its brightness.
Sinbad backed away, trying not to look. Amazed when the diamond rebounded off all the glass.
I cannot see.
You shall remain here forever, gazing into its rays, till you cannot see any more.
Sinbad then took his sword from his belt and started to break all the glass mirrors in the room. All the glass mirrors fell under Sinbad's mighty blow. Soon all the mirrors were broken and returned to the sea.
I shall now take the diamond, Circe.
You think so? Look there.
From the rubble of broken glass, pieces rose up and began to take the shape of a man. A man of glass holding a mighty glass sword.
Now try to win over my man of crystal.
Sinbad fought, and the crystal man fought. Soon as Sinbad was able to smash the crystal man into a million pieces. Just as he was about to grab her, she changed into a large black vulture and began to fly about the room.
You cannot fly. You will never find me. I fly away from you, Sinbad.
She flew up to a window.
I will soon find you, Circe, and I will get the diamond of life.
Try to find me, foolish Sinbad.
She flew out the window and over the sea. Sinbad climbed up to the window and saw the vulture circle over his ship. She then turned and flew north by northwest. Soon Sinbad was back on his ship, telling Abu what had happened.
What land lies north by northwest?
I think that if we head in that direction, we will sail to the land of the one-eyed giant. Do you think Circe would go there?
There is only one way to find out. Set sail for the island of the Cyclops.
Slowly and then was caught in the north wind. Last step was the home of the one-eyed giant.
When do you think we shall be there?
Early tomorrow. Look there, Sinbad. Do you know what that is?
The island of the Loreleis. The mermaids who sing to all sailors and drive their ships on the rocks and make them sink.
They are evil. It is fortunate that the winds blow north so that we cannot hear their song. Look, there on the rock. They see us and wave.
How beautiful they are.
How deadly they are.
Onward they sailed. Soon in the distance they saw a raft. And on the raft was a beautiful lady.
Sail the ship over there, Abu. Lower the line. We shall rescue this girl.
Hold on to the line. Sinbad, she looks too sick to climb.
I shall climb down and carry her back up.
So down the rope went Sinbad. He caught hold of the girl and carried her back up to the ship. Soon she was on the deck, and Abu gave her some tea.
Are you feeling better, my lady?
Now that you have rescued me, I am.
What happened?
A great storm rose out of the west and wrecked my ship. I was the only survivor. I was fortunate that you had found me. I don't think I could have held on to that small piece of wood much longer.
For the rest of the day, Sinbad was charmed by the beautiful girl.
Where is your land?
Oh, it's over there in the west. Sinbad, where are you sailing?
To the island of the great Cyclops.
But why? Return to my land. My father will reward you for saving my life.
I cannot, my lady. Perhaps later.
It was at this moment that Sinbad noticed a black feather combed into the girl's hair.
Look, my lady. A feather in your hair. If you were in the water so long, how did it remain there?
But I do not know. Sinbad, forget the feather. Look into my eyes. Think only of me.
Sinbad gazed into her eyes for just a moment. He saw fire dancing in them, the fire of a great and shining diamond.
Look into my eyes, great sailor. Think of me, my eyes.
You. I know who you are. Circe, you tricked me. You are the one that I am in search of.
I am now here. I shall destroy you, fool that you are, charmed by me. Look into my eyes. Forget the diamond and think of me. See the fire burning. Look there, your ship is burning. Now you will never capture my diamond.
I will. I have you now.
Just as he was about to grab her, once again she changed into a great black vulture.
I await you on the island of the Cyclops.
She then flew away. All the men put out the fire, and Abu reported to Sinbad.
There was very little damage, Captain. How could we have been so fooled?
I'll not be so tricked again. Quickly, full sail to the island of the giant. I think a great adventure awaits us there.
The rest of the trip went very smoothly. Soon the island of the Cyclops was coming into sight.
Find a good place to anchor. Then we will go ashore.
The island was a fearsome place, filled with strange creatures that had lived thousands of years ago. Steam burst out of the ground. The sailors had to be careful where they stepped.
There's not another place like this in all the world.
I don't like it here. You hear something, Captain?
It came from over there.
I have an idea, Captain.
What is it?
Let's go back to the ship where it's safe.
Nonsense, Abu. Watch where you step and follow me.
Up the rocky shore went Sinbad and his men. They climbed up the rocky mountainside. There before them was the giant, waiting for them on the other side.
Look, it waits for us.
I have heard of it, but this is the first time that I have ever seen it.
Why have you come to my island?
I am in search of the Diamond of Life. Where is it?
I do not know.
Then where is Circe? She flew here.
I alone live here. There is no other.
She came in the form of a giant bird, a black vulture.
I have not seen such a bird.
There, in the sky. That is the one that I searched for.
The talking bird of darkness tells me that you are evil. I must make you leave.
I only want the bird.
Great giant, destroy Sinbad now!
You must leave.
Look, he's picking up boulders and throwing them.
Leave the island, or I shall destroy you and your ship.
Run back to the ship. We will set sail at once.
Do not let them sail! Destroy them! Destroy them!
Diana went and started to throw boulders down on the ship. Many times it nearly struck the ship. Sinbad got back on board and set sail just as one boulder scraped the side.
I think we will soon be out of range.
Look, there in the sky, the vulture. She too is flying away from the island of the giants.
Follow her. She will lead us where we want to go.
The ship sailed for a day and a night. Soon it reached the
I think that we shall soon arrive at our destination.
The ship cannot sail any further. We have been frozen in, and more snow falls.
Look there. I see a blue light inside that mountain of ice. We will break through the ice. I think the Diamond of Life is inside that ice palace.
The men began to cross the ice. Soon a great crack appeared.
I think I can get through now. Abu, you come with me. The rest will stay here.
Where do you think we are?
In an ice palace, somewhere at the top of the world. Look there. A door. Let's open it. Stay behind me. I'll open it now.
The door swung open to a great chamber filled with a strange blue light.
I don't see anyone here.
Do you think it is safe to go in?
Well, I think so. Just stay behind me.
This is the coldest place I have ever been in.
As Sinbad and Abu reached the center of the chamber, the great door shut behind them. They raced to it, but they could not open it.
I don't like it. I really don't.
We have to see if there is another way out.
They searched all around the chamber, and then they noticed a blue light shining down on the ice-covered floor.
Look, that light comes from the top of the chamber.
What do you think it is, Sinbad?
It is the moon. See there? If you stand over there, you can see it clearly. It is the moon.
But how do we get up there and get out?
I have this cord that I have wound around my waist. If we unwind it, it should be long enough to reach the top.
How are we going to get the rope to stay up there?
We'll break a chunk off the ice and tie it to the end of this rope. Then we'll throw the rope up there and the ice will get caught and stick up there.
I think I can break off this piece of ice here. Oh, there. Now.
There, now stand back. I'll try to reach the top.
Sinbad tried and tried, but each time he failed. Then, as he was about to give up,
I'll just try it once more. If this fails, we'll have to think of something else.
with the last throw, it caught in a crevice of ice.
You did it, Sinbad. Oh, do you think it will hold?
It had better. Come on, we'd better get started. It's freezing in here.
Slowly they climbed the rope, and in an hour's time they reached the opening, and two very tired men climbed out.
I have to rest a while.
We have no time to rest.
Circe is there?
We'll never find out if we stay here. Come on.
So Sinbad and Abu began to walk to the palace. The more they walked, the further away it seemed. Then they realized what was happening.
The palace is in the center of a lake. It keeps moving in the wind.
Well, how shall we get there?
I think the ice is thin enough here for us to break through. We can make a raft and row to the palace.
Whatever you say. You are the captain.
So they made an ice raft and began to row to the palace in the middle of the iced lake. Soon they pulled up in their raft and jumped off into the snow.
I hope it is warm in there, Captain. I think I'm frozen.
Come on, Abu. We can't stop now.
Slowly they went up to the palace. They walked very carefully so as not to fall into any traps. As they reached the palace, the doors opened.
Looks like they're expecting company. Shall we go in?
Yes, but be careful.
As cold and barren as it was outside, inside it was beautiful and warm. There were great flowers everywhere. Soon a servant came to them and spoke.
My master awaits you. Follow me.
Who could the master be?
We'll soon find out.
They followed the servant down a long hallway. Soon they stood in front of the master's door.
Knock. He awaits you.
Well, Abu, knock.
I hope we get back to Baghdad soon. At least it is nice there. We don't have snow and ice.
Where is your sense of adventure?
On our ship in the middle of the ocean, and that's where I want to be.
And that is where we will be as soon as we get the Diamond of Life from the evil Circe. Well, knock.
All right.
Enter, Sinbad. I wait for you.
The door opened and Sinbad and Abu entered a room filled with stars, and the walls looked as if they were standing in the middle of the heavens.
I am Orkan, the most powerful magician in the world. Welcome. You are safe here. Welcome to the Palace of Wonder.
I have heard of you. When I was a little boy, my father spoke of you.
You have heard of him?
Then you vanished one day. You and your palace all disappeared.
I like to live here away from the noise and evil of the great cities of Arabia. I have everything I need here. But you come here. For what?
The Diamond of Life. The evil Circe stole it from the ruler of my land. It belongs to the gods. Without it, my ruler will die. Do you know where she is?
The Diamond of Life was here. A great bird placed it in the sky there. It looked like a star. It was beautiful.
You say was. Where is it now?
Just as you entered the palace, a great bird flew in and took it out of the sky. Look, there it is.
Make it come to us.
I cannot. A magician cannot match the powers with that of Circe.
Look how it flies around and laughs at us.
I wish that I could fly.
You want to fly, Sinbad? You can. I will make you fly so that you can try to capture the bird. Here is a flying carpet. Sit down there in the center of it. Now, carpet that flies, move high off the ground.
The carpet began to move. Soon Sinbad was flying in the chamber after the black vulture.
You will never catch me.
Give me the diamond, Circe. I will not stop till I get it.
In one chamber and out the other flew the carpet and the bird. Finally, Sinbad got close enough to grab the tail feathers of the bird. He reached for them, and as he did, the bird flew straight up, and Sinbad down and down he went.
Magician, do something.
I shall. Watch.
The carpet turned and flew under Sinbad. It caught him before he fell to the ground.
Oh, that was close. I almost had it.
Look, there. The bird is changing. It is Circe again. There on that ledge at the top of the room.
Now I leave here. I fly away to my land. You will never see me or this diamond again.
She flashed the diamond, and it filled the room with millions of rays of light. She turned back into a bird and flew out of the room.
Her land. A great magician. Where is her land?
You must not go there, Sinbad.
I must. I will not rest till I stop her.
She was born in the islands of the great volcano,
Where is that?
on the other side of the world.
It will take years for me to reach the land of the volcanoes.
I shall transport you and your ship and all your men there. But be very careful. You shall soon battle her. But now, you must leave.
Sinbad felt as if he were caught in a mighty whirlpool. It turned and twisted, and when it stopped, he and his ship were in the middle of the great ocean.
I've never seen anything like it. I think our adventure will soon be over.
I'll go ashore.
Not without me.
No, stay on board. I think that when I return, we shall have to leave this place very quickly.
So Sinbad and his friend Nabu took a rowboat to the shore.
Look, the water is starting to steam.
It's from all the volcanoes here. Feel the water.
Ouch! It is nearly boiling hot.
Be careful where you walk and touch nothing. All the rocks are red hot.
Look, over there, what is it?
Just lava coming from the volcano. This place looks like it's ready to blow up at any moment.
I hope that when it does, we are off it. Captain, that rock over there, it's not a rock. It moved.
And so did that one. Come on, we'd better run over there.
Yes.
And run they did. Yes, time went faster and faster. For soon Sinbad and Abu were surrounded by the rocks. They brought them to a palace of fire.
You wait here. Do not try to escape. There is no way out.
How do we get ourselves into such problems?
We'll have to get out of this, my friend.
We always seem to, but this time I don't know.
We meet again, the great Sinbad and Circe the witch.
I told you I would not stop following you, and I won't stop.
But you have. You have reached the end. You will not have to follow me anymore.
Restore the diamond, and I shall leave.
I shall not return the diamond. And Sinbad, you will not leave here ever. You will be my guest.
Thank you for asking us, but I would rather go back to the ship.
Ship? But I have brought your ship here. It is in this very room.
It is impossible.
Oh, nothing is impossible for me. There is your ship. I shrunk it and its men down to a very small size. I will keep it always to remind me of you.
And what is to become of us?
The great volcano awaits you, Sinbad. We shall rid ourselves of you.
And the diamond. Why did you want it?
I needed it. I can now have everything that I have ever wanted. I can buy a kingdom with it, and I shall. It is mine.
Could we see it?
I do not see any harm in that. Look, there is the diamond of fire. Circe pointed to a red velvet curtain. As she pointed to it, the curtain parted, and there, on a big pillow, was the diamond that Sinbad had searched for. Gaze at it for the last time. You both will be thrown into the volcano.
Not now. Abu, grab the ship and run to the harbor. I'll get the diamond.
Abu grabbed the ship and started to run as fast as he was able. But he was running for his life.
Stop him! Stop him!
Guards appeared out of nowhere, fighting Sinbad. But Sinbad was a great swordsman, and he got them all off. The ground began to shake. The palace began to move.
The volcano is going to erupt. The island will explode. You will never leave.
Sinbad grabbed the diamond off the pillow and jumped out of the window. Circe started to change into a bird. An earthquake opened the ground on which she stood, and she vanished. Abu had just reached the harbor when the ship began to grow. It was released from her magic spell. He placed it in the water just as it became too large to carry.
Hurry, we have to set sail. The island of the volcano is about to explode.
But sail for which direction, Captain?
Home, Abu. I have the diamond of life. I want to return it to its rightful owner.
Return it he did. Sinbad and his brave men were rewarded with gold and silver. They did not stay in Baghdad too long, for they heard of another adventure across the sea and set sail. Sinbad was a sailor who had adventures on the sea all over the world.
So, that was Sinbad the Sailor from 1978. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy video. Another video come out real soon.